Hi, everyone. Welcome to my weekly live. My name is Julie Gilson, and I'm with stampandgala.com. And I see a lot of friendly faces already popping on. Thank you for joining me. And if you're new to my channel, please let us know so we can give you a warm welcome. I was pleasantly surprised by all the really nice comments that I got on these projects when I posted them this afternoon. I love the way they turned out. If you're wondering, I'm using Poppy Parade. This is not red, it's Poppy Parade, as well as just basic white, and I stamped with Memento. I'm also not watercoloring, I'm using Stamp and Blend markers, but I have some new dies that I'm playing with that I think you'll like. First of all, let me just show you the bundle that I'm using. I'm using the Winterly Treetops bundle for the just about most of the projects here. And I am also using some other stamp sets for some of the sentiments. But let me show you these dies that I'm using today. I absolutely love them. And it's so funny. I've had these in my drawer forever, and I pulled them out today and use them, and I love them. They're the Wildflower designs. It does have a stamp set to go with this. However, of course, I'm not using it today. So I hope you like these projects. I'm going to get started really quickly. And the first one that I'm going to do is this one right here. And I think you'll like it, how I actually used, I kind of switched out the dies, the center pieces and the outside pieces, just to give it a different look. And that's how the inside looks. So I hope you like them. Hi, Kathleen. Haven't seen you in a long time. I hope you're doing well, you and your mom. So anyway, this is a fun fold card, and this is 7¼ by 5½, and it's scored at 4¼ So I'm just going to fold this over and score on the fold line. Okay, on the outside then, I have a piece of basic white, and then this DSP, and this is from the Sentimental Christmas pack. And what's nice about this is Stampin' Up! Is donating some of the proceeds from the sales of this DSP to charity. So that's a nice thing. I always should check my glue before I come on, because I always have a hard time getting it started. But once I get it started, it's great. Okay, so I'm going to put this together. Okay, and I'm just going to trim this off just a tiny bit. So I love how these turned out. I used this stamp set and bundle actually for my membership card this week, and that turned out beautifully. I know some of you received that are on, and I hope that you like that. Hope you're enjoying the Mondays that you get these PDFs. Okay, now I am using a product that was retired, but it's on the clearance rack. Stampin' Up! Just refreshed their clearance rack, and if you don't have this ribbon, you might want to grab it. It's Sweet Sorbet, but it goes perfectly with the Poppy Parade. It's so close in color, you don't even know it. Oh, and Melissa, I meant to tell you that I got that email from you concerning the membership. In the level number 2, you get one PDF that's a fun fold once a month, along with the other PDFs. Okay, so you want to make sure that's nice and tight. And we're just going to trim this off on an angle. I do have some really nice ribbon scissors. I should use those. Okay, so I'm going to put this on right here. Let me make sure that's how I want it. Okay, so we're going to put this down on the front flap. Okay, now I have to hop to the inside, and there's a reason for that. So we're going to take this. This is a piece of 5 by 3 3/4, and this one is 5 1/8 by 3 7/8. We're just going to put these two together. Now, when you use this die, when you die cut it, it also cuts out the center here. But I don't need that center piece for what I'm doing today, on the inside anyway. I'll show you in just a second. It cuts out this piece too, but I cut it out a second time in basic white. So I'll show you that in a little bit. All right, so let me trim this up so it looks nice and straight. Now, there is going to be a special promotion coming on October 1st, which is really cool, for signing up as a demonstrator. Now, you can sign up as a hobby demonstrator or a business demonstrator, and it's the same thing. You don't have to specify, but you can just use it as a kind of like a Sam's membership to get your products at a discount. So if you think you'd be interested, let me know. I'd love to talk to you about it. Okay, so this piece I'm going to center right here. So I want to do that first so I know where to place the outside, because see how I want it perfectly set right there? And if it's not, if I do this one first, it doesn't guarantee me that I'll get this lined up correctly. All right, so we're going to put some glue on here. Hey, Maureen, I loved your card today. You did a beautiful job. So I'm getting enough glue on here so it stays down. Okay, so we're going to pop this on, and I'm just going to make sure that I get it straight and centered from side to side and top to bottom. Okay, that looks good. No, you had it all going on, Maureen. All right, so we got that. So we're going to put this on the inside now. I have to tell you, it is very busy in my craft room, getting classes out, and also getting the retreat stuff done. And I got all that done, and now I'm hopping into 12 Days of Christmas. I hope you guys like that. If you remember, each year I do 12 Christmas projects for 12 consecutive days. And that is really cool. So anyway, all right. So I ran this die, this same die right here, but this is the one with the Poppy Parade, but I ran it again in basic white and just used the inside portion. Then I embossed it with the birch embossing folder. Okay. And then I ran this one in basic white. So that is, let me show you. I have the other one. I do, but I don't need this portion. See how it comes out together? I don't need that portion. I am just putting this on here for added texture. Okay, so that's going to go on with the mini dimensionals. Thanks, Maxine. Oh my God, Jerry, that's awful. Okay, so we're putting this together. So stay tuned for my 12 days of Christmas. And then once I get all 12 days done, I post the PDF for sale. And it's one of my most popular things every year. Okay, so I just put that on so we can elevate it. I wish you could too, Maureen. Boy, would I put you to work. And right now, 2 of my team members are, getting ready for a craft show, so they've been coming over a lot, almost every day, and so it's a crazy workshop down here right now. Alright, so I'm gonna try my best to get this centered and straight. So I'm trying to get oop, nope. Of course, on camera, it's tough. Hold on one second. Yeah, take this off camera so you don't see me messing up. When I did it off for my sample, of course, it went on perfectly. Okay, I think I got it. Yes, I got it. Okay. All right, so there you go. All right, so now I'm gonna put dimensionals just on this side because, um, you don't want them on the opposite side because then it'll keep the card closed. And this is why it was so important to put that in first. And I'm gonna move this over. Okay. And then take the tops off here, and then I can get it centered properly. Okay, so now we're going to slide this in and see how I'm getting it lined up there first, and then I'll put it down. Okay, so then it has this nice border right around there, which I love. And then I'll just fluff up the bow a little bit. All right, so now we're going to do some stamping. So I'll bring in a piece of scrap paper. This is just basic white, and we're stamping the two birds together. So it looks like that. All right. And I did already die cut it to save some time. Thanks, Maureen. All right. So we're going to do some coloring now. So let me show you what colors we're using. First of all, I'm going to start off with the dark Poppy Parade. I'm going to color in the berries. But if you notice, I left some of it untouched. And I think it looks pretty like that. Now I did try to draw on I don't even know what you call it, but you know how the cardinal has like that black portion on his face by his eye, and also it goes almost like a beard. I tried coloring that on. One of them looked good, the other one looked awful. So I trashed it. All right, so let me get these colored in. And I like the darker Poppy Parade for this portion, okay? Terry, I don't know what ones I'm using yet, but, as I do it, I'll be able to tell you. Okay, so now I'm doing the darker as well here. And I'm just, kind of outlining the bird on the inside, and wherever they have some of the, I don't know, the sketched portions, because that kind of shows where it's shaded. I don't like to say what I'm using because I don't know for sure. And even for my retreats, people want to know, and um, it's just got to hit me while I'm using it. Okay, so let me go around here as well. And I'm just going to color a little bit in here. Okay, so I'm going to take the light one, and this is Poppy Parade Light, and I'm just coloring this in. And then I'll blend it really well. I'm going in circular motions to try to blend this. And that looks really good. Okay. All right. So let me do the beak. It is from the where did I put it? The Winterly Treetops. This one right here. Okay. I can tell you one of the sets I'll be using will be the Reindeer Fun. I know that for sure. Okay, and I'm going to go back and do this now. Same thing here. I know one thing I won't be using is that Snowy Scenes. I worked with that for my retreat, and I just struggled with that one. I did get the projects done, but normally things come really easily to me, and I just struggled with that one. I know I'm going to be using a mixture of papers. I will be using some of the Snowy Scenes paper, but I will also be using the Reindeer Fun and also the what is the name of that one? The Take a Bow. Okay, so let me do this. So I'm using traditional colors this year. Okay, look how pretty that is. What do you think? Okay, so now I'm going to take the light one. All right, and I'm just going to color this in. This is crumb cake, I'm sorry. And then I'm going to take the dark one and add some texture. Okay, I see something I want to add in here because this is part of the bird. There. All right, and then with the dark one, you can see on the branch here there's some texture. So I'm just going to add that in. And then I'll just blend it a little bit with the lighter one. Okay, so that looks good. So then this is going to go on right up here. Okay, and I'm going to put that on with dimensionals. Yeah, a few years ago, they had that pink and silver paper. It looked beautiful, but, um, and the projects I remember that year were really pretty, but still, I do like traditional. I'm gonna put one down here as well. Thanks, Maureen. So if you like this, please make sure that you share it with your friends on Facebook and also on Pinterest. I'd really appreciate it. Okay, so see how that's on there? Is that pretty? Okay, so now I'm going to use the Sentiment Winter Greetings, and let me show you which stamp set I used for that. That is from Sparkling Snowflakes, and this is last year's, but it's still current. So I hope you like that one. All right, so let me see here if I can get this straight. Let me get my foam pad here and then ink pad. Now, ladies, if you like these projects, I would love to send them to you for free. And all you have to do is place an order, a minimum order by Sunday using my host code listed here on my desktop. I need to move that down some. And I will send them to you. Over. Perfect. So, and I am working on my 800,000 in career sales. So I would love the help. If you would like to place an order, I'd really appreciate it. Here is the host code right here. You know what, Andy, I do too. So I'm going to slide it under here so it fits, so the berries fit right above the INGS. I just think it looks good there. It is, Nicole. It's going to be so fun. Andy has die cut for me, thousands of die cuts already. She's on right now. So, okay. Now, one thing I want to add that I didn't have on my sample is I'm going to color some of my rhinestones here. I'm just going to use my dark Poppy Parade, and I'm just going to color these in. Okay. Let me just put one here. Maybe I'll put one here and here. Okay, so that's that. All right, this is your first card. I hope you like it, and I hope you like the little idea I shared here with stacking these different dies. I think they look really pretty. Okay, so we're going to move on to the next project, which is this one right here. Okay, so let me get that stuff in here. Oops. Okay, so this one is the other orientation, and it is 5.5 by 8.5, and it's scored at 4 1/4. All right, so we're gonna fold this over and score it nicely. Okay, then I have 2 pieces of basic white, and the first one is 5 1/8 by 3 7/8, and then I have one that I embossed with. I love this embossing folder. It is the Distress Tiles embossing folder. Okay, but before I put those together, I also have a piece here of the DSP, and it is 1.5. and I didn't cut it down, but I'm going to just trim it off here. So let me just put some glue across here, and we'll lay this on here. I want to make sure I get it pretty even. This out just a tiny bit. That looks pretty good. All right, so I'm just going to trim this off. Thanks, Maxine. Okay, so now since I have it nice and flush here, I'm going to go ahead and put it on the backing. Also coming up in October, Stampin' Up! Is offering our kits collection on sale up to 30% off. So if you like Stampin' Up's kits, and that does not include Paper Pumpkin, but if you like our kits, it's a great time to get them. And there will be a list of all of them in the pricing on the first. I also have people already contacting me wanting to join my team in October because they heard about the special for signing up as a demonstrator. So I imagine it's going to be a pretty busy month. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and tie this around. And again, this is Sweet Sorbet ribbon, and this is on the clearance rack right now. Thank you, Patricia. Oh, yes, Nicole. Nicole, did you receive our cards? I'm going to make this a little smaller. Okay, so now we have this, so we're going to put this on here, just like that. Okay, so this looks good. Okay, so now what I did is I have another one of the inserts of that die, and I embossed it with the birch embossing folder. So we're going to put that on as well. If you all have not checked out the clearance rack, you really need to. There is so much good stuff on there. I actually bought a bunch of ribbon. So there's really nice stuff. You'll love it. Okay, so then what we have, I'm going to do some stamping. And this was the inside of that one die, but I don't need it, so I'm going to use it as scrap. And then, so let me show you what we're going to stamp here. Let me pull this in. Okay, so I need one of the small birds. So we have that. And I don't know if this is going to be big enough for this. Oh, it's just going to make it. We need 2 of those, so I have that. Perfect. And then I have this little cute die right here that comes from the Wonderful Thoughts die collection, which is this one right here. And I'm using the Sentiment Hello from the Artful Amaryllis. I love that one. Okay, so let me grab the Hello. Perfect. Okay, so we have this, we have the bird, and we have 2 of these. Okay, so I die cut them already. So I'm just going to color that in. And we're going to start off again with the dark Poppy Parade. Thank you. It seems like Christmas is so far away, and then it gets to a point where you, um, even the planning is over. So I want to get my 12 days of Christmas out early as possible. I am shooting for the middle of October to have it posted. And the way I've been designing lately, I think I'm going to be able to do that. It's, I'm designing pretty quickly these days. Okay, so we're going to color these in. I have been searching for a lot of things for packaging for the Christmas 12 days of Christmas, and I'm finding some really cute little things to do 3D items with, and I think you guys will really like them. I found some stuff, and they said it'll be in stock this month, by the end of the month, so I hope it is, because I have some great ideas for it. Okay, so I don't have to bore you with the other one because I already got that colored in. That's so funny, Nicole. Sometimes, um, lately though, I've been really flying with it, so it's been really good. All right, so I'm going to put this up on dimensionals. That's funny. Just grab a sketch and work the sketch. You can do it. Okay, and then I'm going to get this one up as well. I'm kind of creating a wreath. I'm going to get a small one here. If you notice, though, I usually don't use a lot of DSP on my cards, just enough, only because if I was making it just for myself, I could, but when I do the make and takes, sometimes I have so many orders that I have to get tons of DSP, so that's why I do it how I do it. Okay, so see how I created a circle here? Okay, so now I'm going to I die cut the bird already. Let me get that out of there. And I usually stick to 2 to 3 colors. I don't like, all different colors on one card. I'm funny about that. That's how I am in my house as well. Everything coordinated. Let me get this right here. That's why, because, it would cost a fortune. So make sure you blend this really well. That looks good. I'm gonna take the crumb cake. And also the darker one. That's good. And then just the pumpkin pie. I have to bring the crumb cake light back in. All right, so that looks good. So now I'm going to put this about right here. Okay, and that will go on dimensionals. Hey, Kathy. I've been thinking about you all day after our phone call. All right, and then we're going to put the hello right here to cover up where those two come together. And I'll just put this on right here and center that. Okay, and then I'm going to add some more of the colored rhinestones, but I'm going to color them a little bit darker. And I have this one as well. Okay, so we're going to take this and I'll put one right, well, I'll put it right here. Okay, so here is the second card on the outside, and we're just going to do the inside really quickly. And what we're going to do, we're going to do some stamping again, and this time I'm going to use A Friend Like You Brings Me Happiness. Let me make sure I get the right one. Yeah, I do. All right, so we're going to ink this up. And I hope I get it straight because... Oh, perfect. And then I have a piece of the DSP. So I'm going to put this down right here. That's perfect. Oh, Maureen, you're funny. Thank you. So remember, you can have these make and take sent to your house. All you have to do is place an order by Sunday using this host code right here. All right, so we're going to put this together. Carol, I do Mondays at 1 o'clock, but that is just one card. It's my Makeover Monday. So I do a simple Sunday on Sunday, just on my blog, and then I make it over on Monday to step it up. Okay, so we're going to use some baker's twine. I'm going to tie this around here. Tie a bow. And I really struggle with baker's twine, trying to get it tight enough. So a lot of times I have to cheat on the back, which it looks like I have to. Well, that's interesting. How did I do that? I had like 3 loops. That's never happened before. Okay, so you see how loose this is. So I don't like that. So I'm going to bring in my tape here. And I'll just put a piece of tape here. And then I'll pull this tight. Put another piece of tape. And I'll trim off what's in the center. Then it makes it nice and tight. Okay, so much better. All right, so this is going to go on the inside here. Yes, it is Eastern time. I'm in Michigan, so I use the Eastern time zone. I'm on Eastern time zone. Thank you, Sandy. Okay, so here you go. Here is your second card. All right, and I love the extra rhinestones, how they look on here. Okay, there you go. Now the last project is this cute little project here. And on the inside, it has, let me see, I can't even think. One of those, let me just show you. The Ghirardelli peppermint bark. Okay. Let's see if I can get this back on. Of course I can't. These are great for craft shows too. Okay, I got it. All right, so let me show you what I did. All right, I have a piece of cardstock that is 9 7/8 by 2 3/4, and it's scored at 3/8 and 2 3/8, and then it's also scored at 4 3/4 and 5 1/8. So I'm going to fold on the score lines. You're welcome, Nicole. Which set are you talking about? The Winterly treetops? Okay, so we're going to cut up here. Well, Nicole, did you see the card for the membership? It's on the team page. It's so pretty. I loved it. Thanks, Linda. So all I'm doing is cutting up on the score line here. Okay, so I'm going to put the glue on this, a little dot of glue on this tab. And then I'm going to take this. It's so small to work with. I'm just folding this in, so I'm connecting the little tab here so that it's not flopping around when I put the candy in there. All right, so now I'm going to put the glue on here on the inside of that one. Oops. In here. Nicole, you and Diane made a lot of people spend their money because they're all going out and buying this little glue thing you got me. In fact, Steph bought 2 of them today. I can't wait to see you too, Jude. Okay, so I have that. Okay, so now what I did was with the scrap, what did I do? Oh, I ran one of these with the DSP, but of course I don't need that. And I have this extra scrap here from the other side. I'm going to use that. Okay, so I forgot where I scored this at, so let me check it out. Hold on. So I scored it at 1 1/2 and 1 1/8. Yep. Okay, so let me get my scoreboard in here. So I'm going to take this and just put this down and score it at 1 1/8 and 1 1/2. And that gives it 3/8 of an inch there. Okay, so I'm just going to fold this over. I really don't need to use the bone folder. Okay, so now this little portion right here, I'm going to put glue on. Hey, Lisa, here's another thing you can do for your boutiques. Okay, so now I'm just going to put this down right here on the back, right where it folds over, and just make sure it's centered from side to side. Okay. All right. Then I have these little things. I used to get these from Joann's. Now I buy them on Amazon because they're much cheaper. And I think that Joann's is going out of business. Okay. You can get, it's My Sweet Petunia. You can get it on mysweetpetunia.com or scrapbook.com. Simon Says has it too, but I was lucky enough that 2 of my downline gifted them to me. I have 2 of them, and I love them. Trying to get this off. Okay, so we're gonna put this on here and just close it, okay? Yep, I got it. All right, so now I'm taking this portion. I use the other half for my sample. I'm just gonna cut here and cut here. And that will give me this little cute piece for the trim. Okay, so let me just put some glue on here. You got one too, Kathy? Okay, so I'm going to lay this so it's perfectly lined up. How cute that is. Now I have this, and this is 3/8 of an inch. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some glue all the way around on the bottom. I'm going to start in the back. Just line that up. Come around. I'm getting glue all over. I didn't do it this way the first time. I just put the glue on the DSP. So don't do what I did. You got yours from Amazon, Kathy? Okay, and then I'm just going to put a little bit of glue here so I can overlap this on the back. Trim that off. Okay, so it adds that cute little trim on the bottom. All right, so now I'm going to take my ribbon, bring this around. How are you doing on your craft show, Lisa? Lisa's on my team as well. Okay, and now all I have to do is stamp the sentiment. And let me tell you, this little sentiment is so cute. This is from the Wild Ferns, the die, and the sentiment is from this little cute thing, Sweetest Star. I'm using Sweet Wishes right there. Okay, so make sure I have this on the right side, and where's Sweet Wishes is right here. And bring it down a little bit, not centered all the way to the side to side, because I'm going to punch a hole in there and add some baker's twine. So it's going to go here. Let me just cut off some of our baker's twine. This is going to go from the back. Just like that. Okay. I am going to put a little diamond on here. I hope you like this, ladies. Okay, let me add a little diamond on here. And the tag. And here are your cute little projects for today. I really hope you like these. Um, I got it. This is terrible to say. No, I got it on Amazon. I got a bunch of them. Here you go. Here are the projects from tonight. I hope you like these. I think they turned out really, really pretty. And remember to just place your order by this Sunday using my host code listed here on my desktop. And I do want to remind you that my Stamp-A-Stack, my Christmas Stamp-A-Stack is still open. So if you'd like to sign up for that, you can do so on my blog at stampandgala.com, and you'll find it under classes to go. So no, a full-size Hershey bar will not fit in here. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you for joining me every Monday and Thursday and allowing me to earn your business. I really appreciate you. Thanks and have a great night. Bye-bye.